Hello, 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 welcome back to another trek through the dungeon, and the weekly crawl vid. Last time we left off, I was exploring the extended post-endgame with, Shinegami, who is a, vampiric wizard slash summoner, since that's mostly what he does. I'd already collected all except one of the Pandemonium runes in the last segment. I'm 90% sure that I never came across the place where that last one was, but maybe I did and I just didn't remember. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm pretty sure I didn't miss it, so we're gonna go ahead and keep going. I did manage to find a couple armor upgrades last time, but nothing phenomenal. And I'm still kind of looking. I did find the +3 Steam Dragon armor, which gave me some bonus to strength. That was nice too. And then when I found my way out, I decided that was as good a place as any to end the video. For my spell list, ta-da! Really, it's nothing too impressive. Of these, the ones that I use constantly are Summon Dragon, Mephitic Cloud, Recall, Blink, Shadow Creatures I don't use anymore, Abjuration, Flight, and Dig, and Swiftness. I don't use a lot of haste, but it is useful when I need it. I have a Control Teleport Ring, making that a useless spell now. And Shadow Creatures was only really useful when I didn't have powerful dragon summons of my own. Okay, let's see what I'm gonna ditch before I go back in, because one of the biggest issues with being in Pandemonium is not having a place to put all the crap you find. Shouldn't need a +5 Ring of Strength anymore. Or the Wizardry Ring. Well, I'll hang on to the Wizardry Ring just in case. I don't need the Ring of Fire, that's for sure. I can trim the fat off of my healing potion stack and drop 4 of those, as well as a potion of heal wounds. I can ditch one of my potions of resistance, because I don't actually usually need those, and 2 potions of agility. I will hang on to 1 just in case of a, oh my god, that's an emergency scenario. Don't need brilliance. 2 scrolls of blinking, 2 scrolls of identify. That's a lot of crap to leave behind. What else? I don't need my alternate electricity resistance robe. I already have a electricity resistance dagger if I need quick elect resist. Otherwise, yeah, that looks like a good set. Into the Pandemonial area again. The reason that I'm willing to re-enter Pandemonium is because, 1, I don't have the rune, and 2, of all the different places, this is the one that's the most easy to survive. All the different post-endgame places, this is the one that's most easy to keep going around surviving in, and, you know, you'll eventually find good stuff. As I hope I demonstrated last time, where, you know, at no point was there any risk of me dying, and yet I went through tons and tons of enemies. Once my summoning skill levels up again, because it's like border of good, I'm probably going to switch my skill sets to something else. I don't know, we'll see what. Okay, I've become bloodless. Well, that was to be expected. And of course I get smitten. I tell you, Smite is just such an irritatingly effective anti-vampire ability, because vampires can't heal at all. Oh, there's the bad guys. Go. Kill them. I will be over here summoning more dragons to my cause. Peek my head out. Sif Muna gives me a book. Probably already picked it up. Yeah, okay. All good stuff. None of it's something I need, so yay. Get back some mana, and then in we go. That was the main chamber where there once was a Pandemonium Lord. Now he's dead. We killed him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. You know, how dumb an abomination do you have to be to try to attack me? I mean, honestly, look at the sheer degree of murder that I am. I guess I look like a... Actually, am I practically invisible? How stealthy am I? Extraordinarily stealthy, yeah. There's a good chance they don't even know I'm here. Although my stealth value is only 13, that's kind of pathetic. Here, let's drop summoning. It's 23, spellcasting is 23. I can cast summon dragon with reliability. And let's work on my +4 stealth ability and really, you know, really knock it out of the park. It would be very helpful, especially in like other areas, to always get the initiative. You know what I mean? Oh, that was not the right hotkey. Okay, well, this area of Pandemonium is scoured. Let's move on. I may have to review my last video just to make sure, because you know, I found those few areas of Pandemonium that I did pretty quickly, so I'm surprised how long it's taking to find this one. Oh Christ, definitely want to pull my allies there before I bail. Okay, win. Lone Pandemonium Lords are not as terrifying as swarms of dragons, or in their case, swarms of tier 1 and tier 2 demons. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, see, that progressive intelligence drain doesn't bother me nearly as much as, whatchamacallit? The progressive intelligence drain from these Necrocosexes doesn't bother me nearly as much as the permanent health, or the gradual health loss. Because there's no way they're gonna deal enough stat damage to me to make me unable to cast when I need to cast. And even if they somehow do, one potion of restore abilities brings it all back. I don't have that luxury with my blood level. But yeah, but being a vampire and not having regeneration, I'm pretty sure that those int boosts don't actually recover themselves over time like usual. I'm pretty sure that you need to be blooded for that to happen. Do I have an actual helmet? No, I just have a +2. It is a +2, so I'm not going to try on another generic helmet, but that's one more thing I need. It's a good helmet. La 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 la. Go kill things. You're dragons, not babies. Okay, I got smitten. And not in a fun way. So, back off. Notice that I have taken 30-ish damage, and all of it is due to smiting. All of it. One zap of my Wand of Heal Wounds ought to fix it. But I also don't want to use up those charges because I've yet to secure any new ones, so it would be a net loss in my mind. And I don't want to be at that net loss, so I'm just kind of waiting. I'm trying to earn my right to heal, as it were. I can always quaff a bunch of the heal wounds that I've picked up if I really need the health back. Okay, still just generic area of Pandemonium with no horrible Pandemonium Lord who must lurk here. It's just weird because for the first bunch of runes, I got them all almost immediately, like within the first 10-15 minutes. At least that's how it felt. And now it feels like I have been looking for this guy forever and I still haven't found him. This is a weird area of Pandemonium. It's a damn weird area. Okay, we're gonna smite the Necrocosec a few times, because no, we can't. Okay, fine. Just gonna avoid him, because he's in a place where we can't reach. Make sure we have plenty of dragons for him to smite instead. Cleared. And cleared. I do back away from the Necoxexes to preserve my intelligence, despite the fact that I'm not truly worried about it. Okay, and there's a way out. I don't really need to bail per se, but not doing so would be to pass up an opportunity to heal, and I'm not willing to do that, so let's go ahead and heal back to full health for free, and then come right back into Pandemonium. Oh, there's a kobold who left the corpse. That was convenient. Throw a potion of healing on top just to make sure that we get all the way back from just that. And back to the Pandemonium Gate. Full health, recovered. Just in time too. Let's see, stuff that I've picked up that I don't care for. Ring of Protection, don't need, don't want. Two Remove Curses can go, and of course my newest book can go. Alrighty, back in we go. Okay, you guys go wonder. By the way, let's take a quick glance at stealth. It's up at 15, so it's gone up by like 3 levels, 2 levels. Actually, maybe a little more than that. I don't know. It's gone up a reasonable amount. We're gonna let that keep climbing because I have a +4 to it, which means that it's gonna take so much less actual training to bring that up than other skills that even if I don't need it, there's kind of like a yeah, but you might as well. You have the aptitude. Bail from the Fiend. Still nothing. 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 Okay, see how that revealed a small area? This is definitely the place where the ultimate demon or whatever lies. There he is. God, he looks fat. You guys go and kill stuff, why don't you? If he can get through that many dragons, he deserves it. Okay, stealth has leveled up again and again. It's up to 16 now. Which is definitely higher than it was. Significantly. Not sure that I can be a whole lot more stealthy than I am, but you know. Oh, snap! A potion of blood. If I actually need it at any point, I'll totally make use of that. Most likely it will coagulate and rot and disappear by the time I need it, though. Just get out of the range of fire. Yeah, getting out of the range of fire was definitely the right call. Notice that the moment I stepped away, there was a fire blast that would have otherwise hit me. I'm very cautious that way. Okay, nothing else to see. Off we go to the next level. Okay, there it is. A terrible weight on your shoulders, the mighty Lord of Pandemonium, And just because they're so generous, they're even giving me an extra scroll of magic mapping, as if to say, please map this chamber. We don't want you to die. What I'm seeing is 1, 2, 3 concentric circles in an inner chamber where they can hide God knows what. I'm also seeing dragon fodder. God, dig is the most amazingly useful spell. It lets you just, I mean, you only really need digging, quote unquote need, in the Orcish mines. Pretty much everywhere else in the game, you might have the occasional use for a wand of digging, but that's it. But if you have it, not on a wand, but on a I use digging whenever the hell I like button, it's just so powerful. I mean, the terrain becomes yours, your game speed goes up, any wall becomes something of an escape route, you know, barring the ones that are designed out of stone specifically so that you can't use them that way. And of course, as a summoner, I mean, it allows you to drastically alter the terrain in your favor. Okay, let's see. Like, I don't play enough melee characters to make an honest judgment as to how useful a wider hallway is for them. My impression is that it would not, in fact, be that much more helpful. If anything, you want to be in a 1-by-1 so that you can focus one enemy at a time. But yeah, it's priceless for this guy. Okay, enough chit-chat. We have a vault to breach. Make sure that we have so many dragons that we can't see past them. That actually hit. That was actually a devastating hit. We're definitely going to want to use our blood bank guy. Okay, wizard is dead. And drainable, apparently, so I have another thingy of that. I'm not going to drink the second one because I don't want to be that human. I want to have plenty of resistances right now. Kill the Rakshasa. You guys can't see Rakshasa, so we'll make sure that we have some see invisible guys up who can. Okay. Maybe it's just that this is a named vault and that's why they're giving me these drainable corpses, but I'm very grateful to have, you know, a couple extra stocks of blood on hand. I want to make sure that I heal fully before I press too much further in to the center of this area. Yep, y'all can just die. Y'all can just die. It looks like one of those would-be drainable corpses got necromanced. Okay, we'll go ahead and re-blood. And I'm wearing something that's superior to non-artifact body armor, so I'm not even going to be checking. Because, see, it's like the robe of the Archmage or something awesome like that. It still doesn't matter, because +3 to strength is way too useful. Okay, antechamber looks like it's cleared. And cleared. Or, I guess the lobby of the antechamber. So, second antechamber. Rawr! Boom. Go ahead and send them all in. That's just a lot of Rakshasas. Make sure that there's a Sea Invisible Armada in the mix. I don't know if Rakshasas can turn invisible or not, and frankly, I don't care. Okay, I'm at max, so I'm willing to become a little bit more bloodless. And that's why I'm mass channeling mana. Okay, Nekox is up the yin yang. Let's go ahead and just do this. Stand around the corner and spam dragons. The fact that they're still dying tells me that whatever is dangerous there is still dangerous there. Okay. Take a peek. It is in fact the named unique. Sick 'em. Maxed mana. More dragons. Named unique is dead. I, on the other hand, am fine. And there it is. I have collected the last Pandemonium rune that there was to collect. Okay. So at this point, I'm still not done in Pandemonium because I still would like to have at least one more good piece of artifact armor. And I'm fairly sure that... Oh, whoops, I forgot to bring dragons with me. That could have been a much more dangerous mistake. I'm fairly sure that if I find a Ziggurat... Have I found a Ziggurat yet? No. If I find a Ziggurat, I will be able to find that artifact armor. And my best bet for finding a Ziggurat is to hang around here. So, kind of want to hang around Pandemonium a little bit longer. Also, the next set of runes would be the Hell runes, if I recall correctly. What else haven't I done? I've got the main 5. I haven't done the Hell runes, and why am I not thinking right? Pandemonium, yes. Oh yeah, the Tomb. I have to do the Tomb as well. Tomb is definitely the very last thing I'm going to do. It's the easiest place to die. So it's last on the menu. But trying for a Ziggurat makes sense to me. It's like a miniature treasure trove, honestly, and that's kind of nice. Albeit a treasure trove that can potentially kill you, so you need to be very cautious. Nothing. I'm becoming a whole lot more quick about. In fact, I think I'm just gonna use Haunt for the most part instead of dragons, because I can do it faster when clearing a basic floor with nothing concerning on it, and then just recall for the big stuff that needs to be killed immediately. There, I lost another point of intelligence to Nekaksek. I feel like eventually that could prove to be difficult, but it would take a while for his nickel and dime intelligence robbing to actually add up. Alright, let's go ahead and carve myself a few more ally pathways. Bring in a good set. Dragons. Stealth is almost up to 20. See, that's the power of having charms as high as, or not charms, having +4 to a skill training is just how quickly you can bring it up from the 10s to the 20. Normally, you can bust a lot longer and not get that much thing. And I'm still incredibly stealthy. I guess that's more than extremely, so that's probably... Yeah, one of the things I love about the new crawls is that they actually use goddamn numbers to, like, tell you how much is more and how much is less, rather than just, you are so stealthy, you are somewhat stealthy, you are very stealthy, you are very, very, very stealthy. Yeah, that's great and all, and it sounds cool, but goddammit, I'm a crawl player. I need to know precisely how likely it is that I'm going to be able to avoid things, or at least enough that I can wing it. Haven't seen Ice Fiends in a while. Oh, look, you know. It is in fact a Demon Lord. Boo-hoo, hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo. Yeah, I got a little bit too up close and personal to kill him, which is why I took a bit of damage. Of course, when I say a bit, I want you to appreciate my full meaning. I took 3 or 4 damage. Continue moving through. Okay, this floor is done. Next floor. Still no good armors. Still no. Have I found a new scroll of recharging? No, still no new scrolls of recharging. So those are really my big two things that I would like to collect more of. Anything else I collect, well, not useless or anything, mind you, I'm happy to collect more stuff, is not strictly speaking necessary, or even necessarily going to help my endgame character very much. Ah, there we go. A nice horde of demonic stuffs. Never got demonic horde as a spell, honestly. Maybe I need to pick it up and try it sometime just so I can appreciate why people like it. But overall, any of those summon spells that result in a potentially I hate you summon really tick me off. Oh crap. Like, I made an exception for one of them, for Summon Ugly Thing, because at level 6 I didn't have a bloody choice. But even that one irritates me a lot, and it has such a low potential for unfriendly spawn if you cast it at, you know, a reliable level. I guess it's just because I use my summons as meat shields as well as, you know, quick reaction things to stay alive, as well as an offensive army. It takes a lot out of me when the summon I put out starts fighting the first summon I put out, or me, with the result that the last 3 summons I did end up useless. Alright, Scroll of Enchant Armor is always nice, so I'm not going to even turn my nose up at that, but we are going to leave, though. Next. Yeah, I could have taken one step to the side, but fuck that. I will dig 8 times, because digging is free. Go kill the Hellwing. One thing that's cool is how when you play Crawl you go through different spells, abilities, etc. are useful at different times. There's a definite transition between the early game, mid game, late game spell sets. There are certainly spells that are always useful. For example, well, I started as a wizard so that I would have Blink, and I still have Blink. I haven't dropped that spell since level 2. And now that I have a Ring of Controlled Blink to go with it, it's even more useful. But I was totally using it before I even had that ring. Blink will remain a useful spell throughout the entire game, especially at its cost. Controlled Blink, the spell, on the other hand, requires so much specific translocation mastery as to be significantly less useful. But yeah, and then you've got... Sorry, thinking of stuff. There we go. Yeah, and then, you know, you have spells like Haste, which, while very useful endgame, I can't imagine using a whole lot in the mid-game. I mean, I don't have the ability to cast a level 6 charm spell with that much reliability at that point, unless I've really put a lot into charms, which, you know, I guess maybe that's just personal, I wouldn't do. You've got your level 9 spells that obviously are only really useful towards the end of the game, when you can actually get them off with some frequency. See, because even if you have a level 9 spell that you're able to cast, and I don't remember if I killed a Panlord on this before or not, even if you have a level 9 spell that you are able to cast, you're probably not able to cast it reliably enough early on, you know, barring having the advantages in God Choice or something, that you're going to be able to make use of it. And even if you can get it off with some consistency, you have to worry about the hunger costs, which are going to be high. I don't like where I am. Let's get away from both these guys expeditiously, and... I'm just going from bad to worse, aren't I? Let's move in this direction, and now start pumping dragons. Well, that was painless, mostly. Let's continue spam dragoning, or dragon spamming, or dramming, as I like to... Well, I've never called it dramming in my life. Dramming! Rawr! Dragon spamming, indeed. Okay. go ahead and inspect this area where the Panlord obviously was hiding. I don't see anything of worth, so whatever. Continue working the stage. Oh wow, that's a very welcome find. A potion of gain intelligence. I don't have any blood to drink it with right now. Yeah, that's funny. So, you know, when people take their medicine, they take it with a glass of water or whatever, right? And don't take it with wine. And in the case of a vampire, I swallow my pills with a glass of blood to help it go down. Alrighty, scroll fog. New book containing nothing of note. Out of morbid curiosity, now I can't even begin to transform into a dragon, because that'd be cool, is to become a dragon myself while summoning dragons. In we go. And yeah, my impression is, barring the, I think, 10 million turn limit that has been placed on Crawl, you could stay in here forever, and just become more and more and more and more broken. Train you right now. Okay, I don't have enough to gain intelligence though, unfortunately. That will still help with my healing issues, so, you know, I'm not regretting drinking him right away. Okay, I forgot that I would have to channel spam, so I'm just, next time I get a corpse like that, I'm gonna hang on to the bottle until I'm willing to use it all. Oh, snap, it's a Ziggurat. A Ziggurat indeed. Yeah, that's a different kind of helmet. It's ruined. It's exactly what I already have. I'll pick up this still on, right? Okay, so for those of you who have not played far enough, long enough, etc. to earn a Ziggurat, I would like to take a few moments to describe what it's like. Because I, in one of my many practice for the endgame sessions, have, in fact, raided a Ziggurat, and ended up turning on wizard mode so that I could raid the whole thing, because, well, I didn't want to lose. But basically, oh crap, hang on. Go kill people. Basically, have you guys, if you guys have watched my vids or have played long enough, you've probably seen at least the gateway to a small vault of treasure. And if you've watched my vids, you know that what that contains maybe 8 or 12 or 16 items inside of it, each of which is somewhat good, kind of useful, maybe really useful if you get lucky. For 1 or 2 of them, and the way that those items are generated, this is something I had to look up to find out, is by using the same code as the Scroll of Acquirement, but setting the values to being like a little bit less, so it's not as effective as that. Well, a Ziggurat reminds me of a trove of treasure. A lot, actually. You go inside one, and there's going to be a few enemies per floor, that range from as pitiful as being just a couple random orcs to being serious threats. And oh my god, I just walked into a Balrog. That sucks. I'm gonna quaff 2 heal wounds. Bring my health back a little bit. Okay. Ziggurat. The tricky part about the Ziggurat is, you can always, once you enter, you're in there until you decide to, no, okay, there's 27 floors. You can only ever continue. You can't go backwards, because if you go backwards, you go back all the way to the very beginning and then get kicked outside, which sucks. And while you're in there, you can, of course, pick up treasure and all, but yeah, but if you die, well, you've lost your game. So, kind of don't want that to happen. In my experience, the first couple floors aren't so bad, so I'm totally gonna raid this one now, and maybe go looking for another one later if I decide I want to clear an entire ziggurat. That's the thing to remember, is don't get cocky. You can leave whenever the fuck you like. Haste, swift, fly. It costs almost half my gold to get in, but I will totally pay it. Okay. First enemy was an anaconda zombie. That wasn't scary at all. Loot includes a scroll of fog, a dwarven dagger, and an iron ring. Oh, I didn't mention this about books. We're probably going to get 200 books while I'm here. Or, not 200 books, but, you know, shit tons of books. Let's drop the ring of regen and my extra helmet, because I don't want or need them. And, there's no point carrying summons with you because they don't follow you. How am I going to kill these guys efficiently? Swarm of summons makes the most sense because I don't want them to have a shot at getting to me while I summon dragons and try and get them between us. There we go. It worked just fine. Now, unlike the Pandemonium area that never that pretty much gives you no corpses, you get corpses all the time in a ziggurat, so that's nice. And ooh, I got a new crossbow. Let's see what that looks like. Elec, magic resist. Nope. Fire resist is much more important. I still, in this whole game, have found so little RF. In fact, I'll show you what my resist fires that I found are. Of these, the second item, B, does give me a resist fire. The third item does, and it's an amulet, so actually I might make use of that at some point, like if I find another way to conserve my items. And I guess the trident. So yeah, I found very little in the way of resisting fire. And Wormbane gives me AC bonus too, which is nice. So yeah. New ring. Let's take a look at what that has to offer. I generally burn through my rings of my scrolls of identify pretty quickly here. Basically, it's a resist poison with a +2 dex tacked on. I already have resist poison, so the +2 dex is all it's giving me, and 2 dex points is not worth a finger slot. Let's turn on swiftness and fly. And let's turn invisible. Why the heck not? Because it doesn't cost me anything until I manage. Yeah, entering a floor being invisible makes me feel a lot safer. Now there is one more thing I wanted to point out, and I'll do that once I win this fight, but apparently this was just some high-level lair enemies. If you try to dig these walls, they're all undiggable. So you are not allowed to hide or run or whatever. You have to go through the gauntlet that is set up for you. And there's no retreating either. You'll notice that I can't retreat from the left. I can only ever retreat if I cross the room. Ring of Fire and a jeweled splint mail. What's the negative on a splint mail? It's -5, so I'll never be able to wear it, so forget it. If I could wear -5 stuff, I just wear like Storm Dragon armor and Fire Dragon armor all the time. Speaking of which, Fire Dragon armor is probably not a bad idea at this point, if I can get my stuff trained up. Once stealth levels up again, I'm going to turn it off, because 24 is excessive anyway. Invocations is where I like it, that's fine. I could bring up evocations for the sake of my invisibility ring, but really what I need the most right now is some good defensive stats, so let's turn up armor, dodging, and fighting, with a focus on the one that I'm actually good at, so dodging. And we'll turn off stealth shortly, like as soon as it levels up one more time. Swiftness... Invisibility, 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 invisibility. There we go, invisibility. Crap, I have a mutagenic glow. Let's lose the mutagenic glow first. I lost a strength point to it. That sucks. I don't want to waste her restore abilities just yet. Let's drop all of my books, because I don't want any of them. And it's not good to go with no spare carrying capacity, so let's drop 2 scrolls of fog, 3 of detect curse, and 1 of remove curse, and all my scrolls of amnesia. Okay, and while I'm at it, I'm going to use my scrolls of enchant armor on my boots of running, because I don't intend to switch those out, like, ever. Bonus to speed is a phenomenal buff. Passive buff. Swiftness, sweetness. Invisibility. Anything else? Swiftness, invisibility. I guess fly. Okay. I'm not going to put on haste each time because that is going to result in this overflood of mutagenic energy that I don't want to deal with. Oh my god, they can't see these guys, can they? I need to start spam casting my haunts. Which will. Not that it matters, the breath weapons are more than enough to kill them secondarily. No need for magic darts. Cure mutation is interesting, but ultimately not helpful. Don't need any of your Fang new spells. The Ancient Sling only gives me a single level of resist fire, so no thank you. See a generic cloak, which is in fact useless to me as well. Amulet of Clarity, which I already have. Okay, that's the floor. Oh, I don't need the Ring of Fire. Do I have blood? I do. Let's go ahead and see if I can't. Yeah, there we go. Gain intelligence. Okay. And now let's go with oh yay, all of my my permanent health loss numbers have been restored. That's helpful. Swift, fly. So when I say Ziggurats are some of the most dangerous places in the game, I recognize that what you're seeing here doesn't really seem to bear that out. The reason is a Ziggurat starts off fairly simple, but it gets more and more challenging as you go. Like, look how big this room is, right? This room is easily 2 tiles bigger. Now, the enemies aren't that impressive either, but as you go further, the enemies become more and more impressive. I once entered a Ziggurat room in wizard mode where there was, I'm going to say 30 angels or divas, you take your pick, all flying around, and, oh, and there was no ability to control teleports on the floor. And the room was huge, so really, you needed to fight your way across, and that was incredibly difficult. What? There's a potion I haven't identified yet? What the heck is that? A potion of experience. How nice. You can drink these while you're bloodless, which is kind of great. This is fine because it finishes leveling up stealth, and we can turn stealth off after that, so that's what we'll do. And now let's drop stealth. Yeah, it was way overkill for stealth. You're uncannily stealthy. Ha ha ha, I love it. Iridescent longsword. Wow. 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 The Sword of the Tormentor is awesome. 2 levels of resist fire. Bonus to my stealth. Still just uncannily. And strength +4. This is a brilliant weapon for my purposes. I'm totally going to use this instead of AC +5 probably. Yeah, it's a superior weapon in just about every way. 2 levels of resist fire is the #1 reason to prefer it though. Like at this point, Wormbane has no real purpose. I'm not going to throw away my Wormbane just yet, but okay. Fly is up. Let's turn on swiftness. Let's turn on deflect missiles. Let's go invisible. Channel back my mana. Enter. Ziggurat floor 6, and there are 27 floors to a Ziggurat, as is the whole arc number for this game, 27. Oh my god, that's a lot of black mambas. You know, this would have been a very terrifying scenario if I didn't have, like, what I have at my disposal. I almost wish I had Firestorm or a better conjuration spell, because I'm still very vulnerable in my current setting to a single cast of Abjuration. Well, let's go ahead and drain these corpses while we're waiting, just because we can't take them with us, and I'm hoping that it will cure my my stat death. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and pick up everything here. Drink that. Teleport control, staff of power, crystal ball, snake corpse. Ooh, a snake corpse. Bottleable. Okay. Drop the ring of protect fire, because I know I have at least one more of those at home. Drop fear, because I don't trust fear anymore. It often misses against the targets you need it to hit against, so not very effective. Okay. Onward into the thingy. And I'm not going to even think about taking the Ring of Strength. I have enough strength as it is to make do. Hell, I have enough strength to be a low-level fighter. Deflect missiles, fly, swift. I don't need to be invisible. I'm only incredibly stealthy? What gives? Why am I not uncannily stealthy? Do I need to be invisible to be uncannily stealthy? Oh, you know why? Because I'm not bloodless, that's why. At any rate, this gave me the uncannily stealthy just being thirsty, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and... yeah, there we go. Uncannily stealthy. In we go. I much prefer the undead benefits that come from being bloodless to the possible increase in my regeneration that come from being blooded. Of course, this turned out to be just like an over-orc chamber, so, you know, nothing really to be excited about. Let's go ahead and bottle everything here. Eight potions of blood is plenty. Any more than that, and I'm really pushing it. Don't need that. Ooh, artifact ring. Don't need that ring. Could have been useful, but whatever. Ring of magical power, please. I have enough mana to be getting on with. Another ring. Strength -2 is not even worth considering. I guess it might have been if, you know, if it was a good ring, but it's also worthless rank, so there's that too. Alright, I'm just gonna drink everything else that's left here. Okay. And hey, why not? Since I have so much blood, let's just push my status all the way to full to hope that will fix the strength loss by itself without me needing to bust anything for it. Okay, drop the armor, quaff the oh, we can't quaff porridge. It's totally useless. I knew that was porridge, actually, based on the gluggy description, but whatever. Okay, no luck. I do want to go down to at least thirsty before I go in, so I'm going to keep channeling mana to make myself hungry. There we go. Usual buffs, swift, deflect. Swift, deflect, come on, what else? Invisible. And fly. There we go. Buffs up. It's a good thing too, because I'm still just standing here at the corner and I'm barely visible at all. I should be able to escape, quite frankly, if I had to. So they'll fight my summons and not me. See, that's the thing, there's nowhere to retreat to, because these rooms are so damn small. Alrighty, that's a clear. There's another artifact ring. So really, that's the hope, is between all these artifact rings, I'm bound to find at least one that I like. This is a negative version of the magical power ring, so it's not worth it. I doubt this is going to be a better weapon than one I have, but I might as well try it. Nope. Removes my ability to cast. Freaking forget about it, man. I can think of no scenario under which not being able to cast will be acceptable. Long term. It's a -5 to armor, so forget it. Don't want a wand of cold, so forget it. Don't want a magic darts, forget it. Okay, that's all of them. I'm gonna push this to Ziggurat floor 10, and after that I'm gonna have to stop for the time being because my time is running out. So, my real life time, not my in-game time. That should about do it. Do I need any other buffs? Oh yeah, invisibility. Actually, I'm incredibly stealthy. I'm not gonna worry about being invisible too. Most of the enemies that I'm actually scared of can see invisible besides, so, you know, doesn't really help. Makes me feel better, but doesn't really help. Okay, that's a fair number of dragons. Let's go see what they've done. Oh, it would appear they've slaughtered a stone giant in cold blood. That's not actually funny. Oh, wow. Artifact cloak. Blink, levitation, strength +3 versus cloak of darkness. Well, let's see. It's a -3 cloak of blink, levitation, and strength +3. I can fly without the cloak, I can blink without the cloak, and strength +3 is excessive. So really, it's not as good as my +0 cloak of darkness, which is kind of sad because, you know, it's an artifact. No, the whip of optimality. Yeah, it's suboptimal to say the least. Alrighty, that's that. Let's go ahead and set myself up for another floor. Okay, control teleports are not permitted anymore. That is a significant difficulty increase. Also, there's a tormentor, and I'm not bloodless. As I have just been reminded, that is not a good thing. Yeah. I don't remember the name, but I think it was Electron. Thanks for pointing out that I gained Torment immunity at Bloodless. I've realized since then that the Tormentors aren't even tormenting my summons, because they know that there's no point because of me. Okay. Now I'm Bloodless. Now I feel a little bit more bold. I do have enough blood potions on me that I should be able to recover my health lost when this fight is over. Don't need that. Alright, let's quaff all of my blood. Or at least a lot of it. Because I do need a significant amount of health regeneration right now. No need for a wand of fire. No need for a bunch of those. I need a ring of ice. I need the Book of Envenomations, though that is a cool ass name. Oh, there's a ring. I wonder what that does. Makes me laugh at how useless it is. That's what it does. Ha ha ha. Okay, let's drop that. Let's see how much health I regenerate. Oh yeah, it's full. Spam channel to bring myself into the thirsty range. And that's it for now, guys. I will catch you guys next time, because my time is up for now. I hope you enjoyed watching. Ziggurat rating is going, still fighting. And notice that Shinegami, his name changed from the Sorcerer to the Imperceptible. This guy is literally like an invisible demon that flies around, half invisible, casting massive swarms at his enemies from where they don't even see him. He is in fact a god of death. Alright, catch y'all later. Bye!